Alrighty, I'm tired. That is all. See you all in whatever I do next. Alright, really, we're just back here on some more Warframe. Barrow's here, so we'll see what he has. I've not actually checked him so far. I got home, oh jeez, had a little something stuck in my throat right there. But I got home about an hour ago now. I worked from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. today. Wasn't too bad necessarily, but I am still like sort of getting into the swing of actually working again. It's only my third day back, and I have not worked for about 8 months, so it's definitely going to take a little bit of time to adjust. Aya, I'm fine with that. I still need some Aya, so. Oh, what do we have? Is there anything that I like really need? Doesn't seem like it. There is primed flow, which I would highly recommend if you do not have it. Redirection's pretty nice. Heated charge is pretty nice. There's some weapons, so if you need mastery rank, you can just pick up those. Gene kits, attachments, color palette, maybe I'll get it. I don't know. Primed deadly efficiency. I don't really know about that. And then this relic. Alright, so not too much I'm interested in. But thank you for the Aya. I will definitely take that. Anyway, I think I'm still just going to do some Kuolich grinding. I think I only need 6 more weapons. Let me see here. What do we need? I need to actually spell Kuo properly. So let's see. I still need the Heck Hind. Wait, do I need the Croc? Not sure. Kraken. The Shield Egg. Do I need the Correct? Let me see here. Just gonna type in Kuvo right here so that everything pops up. Okay, I do not need the crack. It's already right there. So like 4 or 5 weapons left. So I guess I'll work on getting a Lich while talking. Are there more gifts that'll load us up? Oh, there are. Yeah, okay. Got the Lyset Dex skin and the Dex Dakra. And we're at 18.1% for these ephemeras. Alright. But anyway, yeah, I definitely have been more tired recently with just how work going. I'm sure you all can relate in some way. Well, if you're employed, that is actually. But the first days are definitely the most rough because I'm just not used to standing around so much, and I haven't even like worked a very long shift yet. Like I've worked an 8-hour shift, but the other 2 were 4-hour shifts, which is definitely a lot more manageable. Like really working 11 to 3 is not so bad, but getting up at about 10 a.m. is not exactly my cup of tea. I'm just so used to getting up at like 3 p.m. So getting up at 10 a.m. is quite a bit different for me. And my sleep has not been as good recently because I've only been getting about 7 hours of sleep, which I know is not terrible by any means. I think that's like the minimum recommended that you should get. But I'm kind of used to more so 8 or 9 hours, maybe 10, which I think I'll be getting some more sleep tonight because I work 3 to 11 tomorrow, and for reference it is currently 9 p.m. so maybe I'll go to bed at like 4 a.m. that should work. Yep, I gotta actually do this objective, right? But my feet are definitely pretty sore right now. I'm sure they'll adjust within about 2 weeks maybe. I think that's about how long it took me last year to adjust, but right now this pain, I definitely remember it. It's somewhat nostalgic in a way. Feels like it's the worst on the heels for me, or like kind of the middle, like where your arch is supposed to be. I don't really have much of a foot arch. I have like a slight one, but for the most part my feet are pretty flat, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think I heard that having flat feet is worse. But man, I know I said the restaurant work is somewhat nice video. I know I made that, but oh man, it's not exactly like I look forward to work that much. Well, like the first day I kind of look forward to, because you know it is kind of nice to come back and just see everyone that I kind of remember. Nothing's wrong with that at all, but that doesn't mean that I exactly look forward to work for, you know, months. Like, oh, I'm excited to do this for months probably. I don't know how much longer I'll be working at this job. For those that don't know, it's just at a restaurant. Pretty much any position. I mean, not manager positions, that's for sure. Just like dairy bar, fryer, kitchen, dish, trash sometimes for closing. There was not a Koopa Lich thing that spawned in here. Alright, maybe I missed the flicker. But busing, and for the most part that's it. I don't do register. I'm not much of a people person, so I mean I do chat a little bit at work. I do feel like I've gotten more comfortable socially at work, because I used to be just kind of like the shy guy that just did not talk with anyone anywhere. But having worked there for about 5 years, I've gotten more comfortable with talking with just random people. I'm not great at forming conversations, but at work it is a little bit easier because you can just simply talk about work, and maybe that will lead to something else, you know? It's a lot easier to have small conversations, I should say. But if you just like randomly put me in front of someone and it's like not at work or something, I don't know anything about them at all. Yeah, good luck. I am not going to be coming up with any sort of combo. But at least work has not really been too stressful. Like, yeah, it gets busy some, but it's at least manageable. I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm about to fall apart any second right now. I'm getting hot, I'm getting pressured, I'm dying inside. I mean, the dying inside part, yeah, that still happens because I'm like, man, I'm flipping tired. There's too many customers, I don't want to deal with this. Hopefully this time I get a lich. Maybe I just actually got, okay, there we go. But at least work has not been too stressful. I mean, I gotta say, Closing crew has it so much more harder than opening crew. Kuva Shakur, I already have that. Closing is where I would normally work. It's typically like 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. or 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Kind of just depends. I think we close a little bit later on the weekend, but man, closing can be miserable. I mean, it kind of depends on how the rest of the day goes. If it's like a very busy day, then oh yeah, it's rough. I mean, especially if you're in dish. Whenever I'm closing in dish, which is somewhat often, it is rough because you're typically the last one to actually get done with closing because you're the one that has to clean all of the kitchen utensils and all the dairy bar utensils and like equipment. Well, not exactly equipment, but like ice cream scoopers and cone holders, the hot fudge pumps, that kind of stuff, right? Dairy bar and kitchen is like cleaning a bunch of counters and tables, that type of deal. So on dish, you actually have to clean all of the stuff that I mentioned, equipment, scoopers, like containers, that kind of deal. And then you get that back to kitchen and dairy bar where they just simply put it away. And then you actually have to finish up whatever else you have in dish besides like 3-gallon buckets, because we do have like a bunch of 3-gallon buckets for ice cream. And I mean, they can be some pretty large stacks. I am getting lost right now. What am I doing? Like sometimes we'll have like 50 to 100 3-gallon buckets back in dish, and I mean, they take a while to clean, so we don't really have to worry about that. But we have to do pretty much everything else, and then we actually have to clean down dish. We gotta hose the sinks and counters, then squeegee the floor. You're typically done last. On a good day, you'll be done like around the same time though as dish, or I mean, sorry, as dairy bar or kitchen. It's really rough if there's like actually an event going on or just a really busy day. It also kind of depends on who's actually back there in dish during the day. Are they doing a good job at keeping up or no? But besides that, actually being in dish is pretty nice. I mean, you just get to kind of be by yourself. You're not really under pressure or like under a time crunch. Only thing that you really have to get done like at a decent time is plates and silverware, because kitchen might need that, or serving. But everything else you don't really have to get done at time or on time. Sorry, my speak is weird. Interrupting. I don't know what I'm saying. Progress, no thank you. Where is the exit? There it is. But all this said, closing crew just really does have it a lot harder than opening crew. Like, I've been at the restaurant once or twice during opening hours. It's so dead. There's like nothing there. All the opening people do is just simply inspect around and then wait, not really do much of anything. Just pick on closing crew when closing crew is like absolutely dying. Sometimes customers are just there very late. You close at 10 p.m. but you stay open till like 10:30 p.m. or 11 p.m. because people are just still there. Although typically if it like starts to get really past our actual closing hour, we do ask the people to leave. Or not exactly us, the managers do actually. Or typically like, hey, it's 11 p.m. we closed at 10 p.m. Can you get the heck out of here? I got some recent news. Haven't been up to too much, but I have seen the clip of Invincible versus Conquest, the second round. I've not actually watched Invincible yet because I'm not really much of a subscription type of person. I don't really want to spend like $5 a month or whatever it is to watch videos. I don't want to manage that. I would rather just do a one-time payment and that is it. Subscription-based models is not my deal, especially if it auto-renews. Like, that would be annoying. I feel like I'd accidentally forget about it and then they'd charge me more when I don't mean to. But maybe there's like a free trial for Amazon Prime Video or whatever it is that you actually watch Invincible on. I know it's like Amazon something. Well, I mean, the show seems pretty good. I've heard a lot of positive things about it. I think the negative I've heard is that the animation quality is not exactly the highest. I gotta be honest, there's like two different, I don't really know what the word is for it. It's not really like factors, but there's like two major points to shows and movies, that type of deal, anime. And that is some animes or shows are more fight heavy while others are more story heavy, or maybe there's kind of a mixture of it. Basically, I'm just trying to say some things, some shows tend to have the story as the main focus, and some tend to have the fighting scenes as the main focus, and some are just, I don't know, more silly. What I'm really just trying to say is that Invincible not having the highest quality animation is not really like a super big deal to me, because the story carries. The story is really good. Again, I have not actually watched the show. I've mostly just seen clips uploaded to YouTube and some YouTube shorts on it. But the story seems really great. It definitely seems to hard carry. And the animation, it's not like it's dog water quality. It's not terrible. It's just, it's not as good as what people would like. But it's not One Punch Man Season 3 quality. The reason why One Punch Man Season 3 quality being so poor is a very important deal, is because One Punch Man is kind of more fight scene based. The story is not as important. Obviously, every show still has a story. It's not like story doesn't matter at all or animation doesn't matter at all. But I'd say One Punch Man tends to lead a little bit more in the direction of fight scenes. Like, I mean, the basic story is just some guy is too strong and he gets bored of it. No, like, that's really the basic story or premise of One Punch Man. He ends every fight in one punch. That's the premise. Obviously, if you actually watch it, the story goes a bit deeper than that. It almost feels like One Punch Man actually focuses more on side characters. Saitama is almost the side character. It's like the main character is the side character, really. Wait, I need a, gosh dang it. I keep getting distracted and forgetting to like bite everything. Okay, there we go. Now, of course, ideally, both are great. Both are strong. Animation and story. I guess it's just like, that's my one kind of small defense towards Invincible. Is like, yeah, the animation quality ain't the best, but at least the story is pretty hot. It's quite a heater, right? Can you stop falling off? He keeps falling off. Where is he now? And he teleported. Okay, what are you doing? Brahma, already have that. And then on the contrary, there's, oh my gosh, Dragon Ball Super. Now, I am a Super fan. Don't get me wrong. The story of Super is pretty weak in some areas. Like, there are some good premises, like the Goku Black arc and the Tournament of Power, but the story for the most part is just not that good. And also, the animation quality is not that good. So that kind of leads to Super not being too much of a heater, not too good. Really, what carried Super was simply the Tournament of Power, because that's where animations really started to pick up a lot. You still definitely do have hype moments, but hopefully the Super remake is a lot better, and the story department and animation quality department, they really both need some uplifts. But I don't know, maybe I'll watch Invincible someday. I don't really want to pay for a subscription. I remember I actually watched some on Hulu because there was like a free trial, so I was like, maybe I'll try Hulu, just see what they have for the free trial. And I watched some older shows that I used to watch, like a Regular Show and Adventure Time, as well as like some free movies. Like, I think the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans were on there. Some of the older Marvel movies were on there. Pretty good watches. Man, I gotta say, I do kind of miss watching old television shows, or I guess just television in general. It feels like it used to be so good back in the day, like SpongeBob, Tom and Jerry, Adventure Time, Regular Show when it came out, or really all of Regular Show is pretty good, I think. But man, just like watching television in the mid to late 2000s, well, it was so good, I gotta say. And now it kind of feels like they've all fallen apart. Well, Adventure Time ended, so did Regular Show. I know there's like a spin-off Adventure Time going on right now. It's what, Fiona and Cake? And then SpongeBob, I mean, it's still around, I think, but it's not as good as like the first 3 or 4 seasons. I don't know, it's weird. It just seems like the quality for TV shows, or at least cartoons, I should say, kind of went down after, I don't know, 2010 or something. Maybe it was like middle 2010s, somewhere around there. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels like that, but it is kind of sad. There definitely are some cartoons that have come out in, the past 10 years that have been pretty good. What was it? Steven Universe, I think, came out in the past 10 years and is pretty good. I don't really know what else besides that, though. it doesn't really seem like there have been many absolute heaters that have come out where it's like, oh, everyone knows this. It just doesn't really seem to be the case anymore. I think TV has definitely just gotten a little bit less popular with the introduction of, you know, YouTube and I guess like other sort of streaming services, really just streaming services in general, and YouTube, Twitch, that type of deal. It really did make cable a lot less popular because we still have some TVs downstairs and I think we still have cable, but personally I never watch TV anymore, and if there's like a movie I want to watch or something, I just like either rent it online or sometimes I'll look in the YouTube movie free section, which by the way, do check out that YouTube movie section every month for the free area at least, because there are sometimes some bangers in there. Like I know John Wick chapter 1, 2, and 3 were available on YouTube to watch for free, and I watched them and they were pretty dang good. But anyway, I think that's pretty much all I've got to say for now. Just a little casual update video, just, you know, some more chilling, talking, not much else really. I don't really have like any big video ideas right now. I mean, granted, I never really do any big videos, but you get my point. Videos where I'm actually not playing Warframe and I'm playing some other game. I definitely can find some if I just look at my Steam library. I definitely feel like I would have more idea of his, oh my gosh, wow. I feel like I would have more video ideas if I just had more money, because there are some games that I see on Steam where I'm like, oh, I could definitely make a video on this, but I don't have the game and it costs money and I am not good on money right now. I need to save money for college loans and a new car, so that's gonna be a fair bit. And also games that are like $70, no thank you, that's just way too much, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like in terms of $70 games that I buy a year, it's maybe like one a year that I buy. Besides that, the most I'll probably spend on a game is, I don't know, $40. Czar, no thank you. If a game is going to truly be worth $70, it either has to give me personally at least 100 plus hours of a good experience, or it needs to give me like, I don't know, 20 hours of a great experience. I'm talking one of the best games I've ever played experience. For example, Doom Eternal was a game that I bought when it first launched. I think it wasn't even $70 or $60. I think it was like $50. Maybe I'm wrong right there though. But I bought that game. I played it for I think it took me about 30 hours to beat the game. I'm talking like just a first playthrough, because I always do the first playthrough on Nightmare, and it took me about 30 hours, and man, it was a great experience. Like, it's definitely a top 10 game contender for me. So Doom Eternal, I mean, when that came out, it definitely would have been worth $70 to me, because those 30 hours I put into it, great hours, absolutely loved it. But Doom the Dark Ages I bought for $70, and not really worth $70. I'd say it's worth $40 though. Like, $40 is not egregious to me. But anyway, I mean, that's just my take on money for games. Obviously it depends, because people have different financial situations and different preferences. But anyway, I think that's about it for now. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you all in whatever I do next. I gotta kill more right now. Hopefully I get this Kuva Lich grind done soon.